Hi, my name is Prasad. I am a co-founder of a company called Huge Designs. We are a user experience design and a research company. I drive the design decisions at Huge Designs, and through the video series, I offer tidbits for businesses and designers together to make their work more enjoyable, efficient, and make their users' life easy and reap rich dividends. Today, I'm going to talk about the key considerations one must remember while designing for the web and the native app. If businesses asks you that, hey, we are embarking on a journey to design an application that can be accessed through the desktop, through the tablet, and through the native app as well, we want everyone to do all the tasks possible across all these channels. You could request them to take a pause and have this conversation. Talk to them about, okay, let's understand the users, and more important, as to the scenarios in which the users would be performing their tasks. Usually you would notice that the environment in which the users are doing these tasks would matter a lot as to how do you design the interfaces for these tasks to be performed by the users. So let's look at the work environment or a professional environment where lot of time is at hand and users are spending time to do the work that you're doing. Let's say example, I'm at work and I have to use the company intranet, for example, to apply for a leave, or let's say a request for a business travel. I will be spending several times to give my inputs and request for the travel now, or fill up a expense sheet. Well, for the same task, when I'm away from work, I may want to just quickly take a glance whether my travel request was approved or if my expenses were paid. So if you look at the nature in which the users are looking at their work is different, and hence looking at these expectations and the needs of the users, you will have to provide and design the task accordingly as to what should go on the web application and what should go on the native app. Applications are growing, they are becoming complex, and so very important for the designers to consider that there are not all tasks are same. Tasks are critical, some tasks are frequent, some tasks are important to the work that they're doing, some tasks are dependent. Now, as designers, consider the nuances of these tasks, because that will tell you a story. When you're designing for a web app under a work environment at office all day long, how should the interplay of this critical, frequent, important and dependent task gets orchestrated and should be designed on a larger screen. But now look at the same critical, frequent, important and dependent tasks on a mobile access when the user is away from a bigger screen but in his personal environment, because mobile is personal. What are his expectations from that mobile application? What would be his expectations in terms of completing a critical task? Would he be wanting to spend minutes, hours, number of steps? Think about that, and that will tell you a story as to what should be the concept design when you design screens or applications for a mobile versus a web application which is accessed through a larger desktop. This is going to be more and more critical, because on the phone I'm not using your one app. I have 100 other apps that are grabbing my attention, and as you know, we want humans to spend more time for themselves and less time on the phone. That's where the trick is. Give less but give very meaningful things on the phone. So here is a trick that I'm going to tell you. Concentrate on information structure. So information structure would be broad and shallow. Give the entire access to the various tasks on a desktop. It is under the work and a professional setup. While as the screen starts becoming smaller, it becomes personal and the user wants to get out of it quickly. So now design tasks which could give them something meaningful, real quick, and come out. So make that information structure shallow, quick, and very, very specific. Look at this from how the user is going to read. how the user is going to view information, how are the clicks, number of clicks that he's expected to click, and amount of time that he's going to spend on it. So lot of tasks on one hand, which is the web app in the work environment. As the screen gets smaller, very meaningful, specific task, do the task, get out quickly. So think about information structure, keeping these things in mind, the tasks and the scenarios for the users. I hope this perspective has helped you. Let's collaborate. Let's see what challenges that you have. Please feel free to ask me your questions and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much.